And yes, we are back. So you should be able to hear me now. Oh, yeah, it's all right. I am excited. What I was saying before is I am excited to be with you all tonight because we are talking about how to adapt your skills to your desired position. How to adapt your skills to your desired position. If you can hear me, hello, hello, hello. I am broadcasting live in the BEC, which is the Black Educator Circle. It is our private group on Facebook of Black and Brown educators looking to advance their career. If that's you, go ahead and join us in our group. It is the Black Educator Circle. It's searchable. So go ahead and search and you will find us and join us. So for those of you who logged on before, but you could not hear me, my apologies to you about that. I made sure this time that you can hear me as I am not muted on any platform. So everyone should be able to hear me and hear me loud and clear. I am broadcasting live on our YouTube page. I am also on my my personal Facebook page, and I am in our private group, the BEC, the Black Educator Circle. So I am excited to bring to bring 10 tips to you tonight. 10 action steps, 10 things that you can do in order to adapt your skills to get you ready for the industry of your choice. Here's the thing, if you're watching me, thank you for giving me a second chance as I worked out the volume issues, and drop in the chat right now, where are you watching me from? So I'm interested to know where you're watching me from. I am broadcasting live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and hopefully at this point, all of the glitches were worked out and you can hear me. So if you can hear me, let me know you can hear me as I'm broadcasting live from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I've got something special for you. We are talking about how to adapt your skills to your desired position. This is especially for educators that have been in the classroom, or they've been instructional coaches, or they've been assistant principals, or they've been principals for all these years, for so many years. And even though they know that it's time to leave, right? They're not sure how they can take their skills from being in this position for so long and apply it to something new. They're not sure how it would transfer, if it would even transfer at all. This is for you. So I speak with so many educators that are like, listen, I've been doing this for so long, I can't do anything else. And honestly, that's not true. That's not true. Transferable skills like communication, transferable skills such as empathy, transferable skills such as leadership are looked for all over the place. I mean, every single industry is looking for the transferable skills that you as an educator have. And so it's really disheartening when I hear an educator say, during our one-to-ones, like, I can't leave the classroom. I want to, but I can't. I can't leave my office. I want to, but I can't. I can't leave this school. I want to, but I just can't. I'm not sure if I'd be an asset to another industry. I've been in education so long. This is for you. So we're going to go over 10 ways to adapt your skills to your desired position. These are 10 things that you can do. So these are all action steps. These are all action items. So what that means is you're not only going to take notes right now, but you've got to commit to doing at least 3 of these. Okay. Commit to doing at least 3 of these so that we can advance in our career. Here's the thing. Let's go to the first thing that we are looking at. Number 1, you've got to take a self-assessment. This is like, if you don't do anything else on this list of 10, you've got to take a self-assessment. Let me explain to you why a self-assessment is so important, right? You're not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, right? So because time is of the essence for us, especially when we talk about making career moves, career wise, right? Because time is of the essence, you've got to make sure that your move is calculated. You've got to make sure that your transition is calculated and calculated carefully. Why? Because there's no jumping in and jumping out and jumping here and jumping to that. We don't have that type of time. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So because of that, I want you to understand you've got to take a self-assessment. Definitely take a self-assessment. Dr. Pride, what is a self-assessment going to do? Listen, when you begin this journey by conducting a self-assessment, you've got to then identify your key skills, identify your strengths, identify your weaknesses. When you identify those three things, that automatically narrows down the jobs that you're going to apply for, because those jobs may not align to your skills. They may not align to your strengths. They may bring out your weaknesses, right? And so, with that being said, do a self assessment. You've got to also consider, especially at our age, what do you enjoy doing? What do you do? I may need to take a small pay cut so that I can do what I enjoy doing. And then, of course, the overarching question, right? Where do you want to go in your career? Where do you want to go in your career? See, this self assessment is going to guide your job search. And then it also helps you tailor your applications. So you're not wasting time applying to 20, 25, 50 jobs, because there's no way that 50 jobs align to where you're trying to go. So I always tell everyone, number one, you've got to start with a self-assessment to make sure that you're aligning your goals to where you are trying to go. I hope this is making sense to someone. Thank you so much. It says Facebook user. I see you. Thank you so much for the flowers. I appreciate it so much. We're gonna get it going tonight. So thank you for being with me. Listen, here's the next thing. After you do that self-assessment, then of course curtails your job search. You also need to do a little bit of research. You've got to research your target industry. Okay. Why do you need to research your target industry? I just told you time is of the essence. You've got to figure out what industry or field you want to enter. You've got to understand the specific skills and qualifications that that industry is currently looking for. They may not be looking for you. They may have all of the leaders that they need. So I've got to now research my target industry and research the expectations that come with certain roles in that industry, because this research is going to help you determine how your skills align with the job requirements. So I've got someone that came to me 2 years ago saying, Dr. Pride, you told us that in one of your lives, you were a curriculum writer. I said, absolutely. I'm actually still a curriculum writer, but yes, I wrote curriculum full time for a few universities, Rice University, and TSU, Texas Southern University. So I was a full-time curriculum writer. Oh man, that's amazing. That's amazing. I think that's what I want to do. Okay, go ahead and do some research. I'm just going to let you know, these are some of the things that come with curriculum writing. One thing that I thought of, Dr. Pratt. Okay, what do you think your holdup or hang up is? I want to be a curriculum writer, but I don't really like writing very much. Yeah, so sis, curriculum writing isn't for you then. And that's politely and formally and officially what I told them. I said, well, I get what you're saying, but that means curriculum writing is not for you. See, when you research your target industry and you understand what that industry or what that job is really looking for and what it entails, it may not be your bag anymore. You've got to also be willing to let that thing go. Just because you think you want to do something doesn't mean you're qualified to do it, doesn't mean you'll enjoy doing it. And at our age and where we are in our stage of our career, right? We don't have this time to test out this, test out that, test out this, right? And so because of that, you've got to make sure that whenever you do leap, take that jump, it is carefully calculated, okay? And it's planned out. Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. Number two, after you research your target industry, what you're going to do is you got to make sure to spruce up and customize your resume and your cover letter. Okay. I've been on dozens of hiring committees, and I can't tell you how many times we read a cover letter or we read a resume and it's clearly outdated. It's clear that it's outdated. There's no way that you are still you still work in the childcare industry. There's no way that you're going for an assistant principal position and you're coming from childcare. Clearly this resume is outdated. And listen, that looks poorly on you as the candidate. You've got to make sure that your resume and your cover letter are not only updated, but they're customized to that particular position that you are going for. Be careful. Please be careful. Don't just think as a cover letter, well, this is a generic cover letter, one size fits all. Absolutely not. Yes, it is true that people are looking for you, but it is also true that the hiring committee is not going to go below their standards to get you in that position. So please make sure your resume is updated and your cover letter is also updated. If your resume is so old that it's got Jesus's signature, you may want to go ahead and hire someone to update and redo that resume. We have those services actually in the BEC. So we have a coach, Coach Reggie. He actually redoes your resume and your cover letter. And so if you are interested in that, definitely reach out. Put resume, type the word resume in the comment section, and I will definitely reach out to you and connect you to our coach, Coach Reggie. In the BEC, Coach Reggie helps you with the resume. He helps you with the cover letter. He helps you with your reference list. We are doing everything that we can in the Black Educator Circle to get you ready for that next position. So customize your resume and your cover letter. Here we go. Here's number 4. Network, network, network. I can't say this enough. You've got to make sure you network. Why, Dr. Pride? Why is networking so important? Networking is important because you've got to have something to leverage, especially when you're job hunting. You've got to learn how to leverage your professional network. Here's the thing. If you do not have a professional network yet, then what I suggest you do is make sure you attend professional conferences. In the BEC, I have a list and I update that list every quarter. I have a list of educational conferences that ed leaders need to make sure they go to. So attend an educational conference, attend a conference, right? Attend an expo, attend a workshop, right? Make sure you do that. Why? Because you've got to make sure that you are introducing yourself and, attending these things and exposing yourself as a professional of your field. Also, when you network, right? You also can join online forums. You can also connect with other professionals in your desired field. Networking provides insight, you guys. It provides priceless insight on job opportunities and also on what's going on in terms of the climate of your industry. It's amazing. I've heard a lot of things from not just by having my ear to the ground, so to speak, but because these are tips and things that are coming down the pipes that didn't even get to my school district yet, but other other professionals in my network, they're in different states. When it was rolled out with them, they looped me in and let me know. So when it finally came to Pennsylvania, it was like, oh, I got it. I know what this is. And I know it's been implemented in other states. Why? Because my network caught whiff of it and we all had a discussion. Network, network, network. Here's another thing that your networking does. Networking provides help for you so that if you are indeed looking for a position, and let's say someone in your network has a position open in their district or in their school, who do you think they reach out to? They let you know. It gives you the in. So you've got to make sure that you network, network, network. Here's the thing that I talk about that people really don't like to talk about. People don't really like to admit that they may not have all that it takes in terms of training and certifications and degrees in order to hold that position, in order to get that position that they're actually looking for. I know we don't want to talk about it, but I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit. I'll let it settle with you for a little bit. You may need additional training. I'm so sorry to break the news to you. You might need additional schooling, additional coursework, additional certifications, right? Right? You may need I understand that when you finish with the EDD or when you finish with the PhD, you're like, I'm done. I'm done. But guess what? This is education. You'll never be done. You've got to make sure that you are committed to being a lifelong learner and that wherever you need to go, where you want to go, they may need additional certifications. So I need you to take a moment, wrap your mind around that, because number 5, additional trainings and certifications, that's where a lot of people this day and age are. And I know you don't want to continue to keep paying for certs and keep paying for training. So what you need to do is reach out to your district, reach out to your school administrator, see if there's any way that the cost of said education can be subsidized, if not completely and fully covered. That would be my suggestion to you if you find yourself in need of additional training or certifications. Number 6, you got to practice interviewing. Practice does not make perfect, but practice makes you more comfortable and more ready to answer the tough questions in the interview process. So during the interview, you've got to make sure that you not only are presenting yourself in the best light, but you're also open and ready to answer even the curveball questions. How do you practice for an interview? You need to ask a friend. Every single interview that I've been on, I've practiced for it. Absolutely. I pull my husband sometimes. Then of course, I use people in my network. My network helps me prepare for professional interviews. You need to make sure that you practice interviewing, especially if the word interview makes you shudder. Like, oh, I don't ever do well on an interview. Oh my goodness, oh, please, no. Just the interview alone makes you want to stay stagnant in your career. You've got to get out of that. Don't let that interview mess you up. Also, we're here in the BEC. In the BEC, we have interview prep. So reach out to us if you need interview prep. Type it in the chat right now if interview prep is something that you need. We help you with the interview prep. I have tons of clients that we've gone through the interview prep and they said, thank you so much. The reason I aced the interview and was offered the position is because of the questions that we practiced during the interview prep. So if you find yourself in need of interview prep, the BEC is here for you. I myself do the interview prep, and so I'm more than happy to help you through that process and more than happy to help you practice for the interview. That's number 6. Listen, we've got some amazing things happening in the BEC. And I just wanted to put it out there. I want everyone to know that in October, we will have our first 3-day challenge. And the 3-day challenge is completely free. It is for all educators looking to advance in their career. And so if you're looking to advance in your career, the 3-day challenge is for you. And yes, I said every educator's favorite price, free. It is free 99. Okay, it is absolutely free. I'm going to drop the link this week in the BEC. So the link will be dropped tomorrow in the BEC. So you need to sign up, register for the challenge. It is 100% absolutely free. In that 3-day challenge, I'm not only giving you tips, I'm giving you strategy. The strategy sessions that most of my clients have, paid for. You're getting a free strategy during the 3-day challenge. And we're going to strategize together. We're also going to talk about how to advance in your career. I'm dropping tons of gems, tons of knowledge. It's something that you do not want to miss. So make sure you are in the place. In October, we will be rolling out our 3-day challenge to leap to the leadership position of your choice. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Here we go, guys. I'm loving this. Practice interviewing. After you practice interviewing, you've got to make sure you show your enthusiasm. Don't go in there straight face. Just, yes, I'm Dr. Tanisha Pride. I'm happy to be. Absolutely not. Show your enthusiasm. Be excited, right? Don't be fake about it, though. And this is what I was saying. Don't be fake. Definitely not. Do not be fake, right? People can see. I mean, it's really easy to tell, especially when you're sitting on the hiring committee or on the interview committee. It's really easy to tell people who are genuinely excited for the position and people who genuinely want to they want the position so that they can actually make a difference and they're actually excited to serve versus people who are like, this position is beneath me, but I don't have anything else. Like, we can tell the difference. So make sure you show your enthusiasm when you go in for that interview and during the interview process, even if the interview process makes you squeamish or it makes you squirm or it makes you uncomfortable. Try to relax yourself and show how excited you are for the job. That goes a very long way. Okay, that's number 7. Look at number 8. You've got to highlight your soft skills. You've got to highlight your soft skills. Don't just leave things unsaid on your resume. For instance, we had an entire presentation yesterday about soft skills. It is in the BEC. The replay is in the BEC. So make sure you catch the replay. But you've got to highlight your soft skills, right? Those soft skills are things that you don't think should be, things that you think as an educator, everyone knows. Like, communication is a soft skill. Well, I'm good at communication. I don't have to put that on my resume. Yes, you do. Master communicator, master educator. Also, leadership, right? Also, being persistent, being empathetic, showing empathy, right? There are a list. I gave a list yesterday of at least 20 soft skills that are needed this day and age that companies and industries are looking for in their new hires. Make sure you highlight these on your resume. Why? Because you will definitely be invited to more interviews if you highlight your top soft skills. Here's the next thing. That was number 8. The next thing, look for feedback. You've got to seek feedback. Feedback. I used to say all the time, man, I eat feedback for breakfast. And I love feedback. I welcome feedback. And the reason I welcome feedback is because once you tell me what I need to fix or how I can improve, I'm going to make sure I improve. I fix what needs to be fixed. I make adjustments and I come back better, stronger, and harder. I eat feedback for breakfast. I need you to make sure you seek feedback, especially while you're practicing the interview process. So make sure you get feedback from whoever's practicing with you and take that feedback into consideration and adjust, pivot, right? Pivot and adjust. And then, of course, perform. Perform. Here's my next thing, number 10, and we are ending. As I always say, I'm too short to be long-winded. And so be persistent. And yes, Black educators everywhere, I want you to be persistent. I listen to Myron Golden a lot. Dr. Golden is amazing. He is amazing. And one of the things that he said that stuck with me is challenge yourself to get the no's. Because you got to understand that you've got to get through the no's to get to the yeses. So, as you are putting your resume out there, applying for jobs, interviewing for positions, you're going to get no's. You will. And guess what? That's okay. It's okay that we get no's because the no's get us that much closer to the yeses. So I want you to be persistent. I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to let one no, two no's, three no's to completely derail your efforts to leap into a new career. I want you to take the no's and understand that they are leading to yeses. So I thank you for the no. I'm going to eat that because I know that I'm that much closer to my yes. Remember, all you need is one yes. And that one yes will start your new career. All right, educators, it's been real. The time is 9:37 p.m. on the East Coast. This replay will definitely be in the Black Educator Circle. It is also on YouTube. If you're watching me from YouTube, hello, hello, hello. If you're watching me from the Black Educator Circle, I love when our members watch me. Hello to you. If you're watching this on my personal Facebook page, hello to you. Make sure you join us in the BEC because the BEC, the Black Educator Circle, gets a lot more of these. And then we also meet on Zoom so that we can interact and talk more. Zoom is a lot more personal for personal interaction and personal education and tips and tricks for our members only. So I only do Zoom with our members. So make sure you become a member. It is free. Join us in the Black Educator Circle for more. All right, guys, it is amazing. I hope you all have a good night, and I hope this was helpful to you. If this is not for you, but it is for a Black educator or brown educator that you know, take a second, share this with them. Share this with them or tag their name, tag them in the comment section, and I'll make sure to reach out to them. This is for all Black and brown educators. It might be time to make that leap, and Dr. Pride is here to make sure you leap safely and successfully. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.